Hey guys, this is T Remy. Welcome to Rim Gym. First show. This is a soft release. I'm going to be covering like 5 topics tonight, and tell me what you think. If you agree with me or disagree with me, just post comments below the video here and tell me what you think. So the first topic we're going to talk about, if y'all haven't paying attention in the news the last couple of days, Nicole Eager. I can't pronounce her last name. Her first name was Nicole. She accused Scott Baio of molesting her when she was 14, and then at the age of 17, she finally slept with him. You know who Scott Baio is. He played on Happy Days, and he did Charge and Charge. I mean, if you was an 80s kid, you might have watched Charge and Charge if you were into that. That show was out probably during around the same time as Growing Pains was out, Step by Step, all of those classic shows that all of us 80 kids kind of grew up on. And then Nicole, she was on Baywatch. And if you was a 90s kid, you grew up on Baywatch too. But she has accused him of molesting her when she was 14, and then at 17, she finally slept with him. Scott is denying all the allegations. He said he didn't sleep with her until she was 18. So he just denied that he never slept with her. He's just saying that he only slept with her once she was legal. So he's doing a press release. He's on the Today Show. He's basically just going around, declaring his innocence. So also with Nicole, she's been when the story first broke out last year, the evidence didn't pan out, so people decided not to run the story. But now they're running it now. At first, no one wanted to touch the story because they said that it didn't line up. It didn't, the stories, the evidence wasn't, solid or whatever. So people didn't go near the story. All of a sudden now, the last, week or so, people are now touching the story again. So I guess, this is another part of the Me Too movement and things like that, and a lot of people are still being accused in 2018. So we thought 2017 was just the beginning. That's basically what it is. It was just the beginning, and now more people are still being accused in 2018. Ryan Seacrest was cleared of his of being accused of sexual misconduct because there wasn't enough evidence. So we don't know if he actually did do anything wrong, or people just don't have enough evidence, and so that's good enough for right now. And so people are not, they have cleared him of all his charges. But yeah, post at the comments below and tell me what you think. You think that Nicole is just want to jump on to the movement and just be a part of something, or she's actually telling the truth? As people say, you're innocent until proven guilty. I don't like, necessarily calling a woman a liar when she accuses a guy of doing something wrong to her. But, evidence speaks louder than anything. And it's always hard for females when they wait so long to say something. Even if they truly are telling the truth. She may be telling the truth from head to toe, but people they don't always have your back when it happened, 17 years ago. But, it doesn't mean that, people should automatically call her a liar. It's just that I guess, until the evidence comes to light, you just have to hear her story and just take it with a grain of salt and, still support the Me Too movement. The second one I'm going to talk about, the second topic is Tom Brady and what the Boston, he's a radio host out of Boston. He made a comment about Tom Brady's daughter. He called her a piss ant. I didn't know what that was when I first heard it. I had no idea. Like, you have to look it up. They said it's a, it's a vulgar word. It's not a word that, that's, it's not a nice word to call someone, let alone a 5-year-old kid. And this radio host, they said, he's been suspended. They said, Tom Brady has, the Patriots have somewhat of a contract with this radio station. They call it, Patriot Monday, Tom Brady, calls in every Monday, and things. They interview him, things like that. I think he get paid like $500,000 to do it. So it's like a lot of, crazy endorsement deals and advertisement. And this radio station makes a lot of money because of Tom Brady. And a lot of endorsement deals and stuff like that because of Tom Brady. It's an old saying that says, "Don't bite the hand that feeds you." Well, this radio host, that's basically what he did last Thursday. He bit the hand that fed him. So now he's being suspended. They said indefinitely. Tom Brady, he handled it very calmly. Like, he called in, he was like, I'm very disappointed that, that any guy would say that about my kid or any kid for that matter. And I'm very disappointed, and I have to reevaluate if I want to continue my contract with y'all, and that's all I have to say, and I don't want to continue talking to you right now. I might come back, I might not. He was very calm about it. And there's a video with Shannon Sharp. He's the half co-host of Undisputed. He was like, you don't touch kids. Kids are off limits. And I totally agree. Kids don't ask to be brought into the things that their parents do. They're innocent kids. Kids don't ask to be put into, whatever career style their parents do. So even if you didn't like the dad or anything like that, you don't go for the kid. And the way the radio host kind of, attack the kid, make people wonder maybe he's not a big fan of Tom Brady, or maybe he has an issue with him, or maybe he just didn't like that Tom Brady was doing this new documentary, slash, reality show, wherever it's supposed to be, where, he watched the first episode of this documentary and he called his daughter a pissant, and we're like, what's a pissant? We're like, what is that? You have to look it up, and you're like, oh, okay. It's not such a good word that you should call anyone, let alone a 5-year-old girl. And Tom Brady was very calm about it. Like, really calm. Like, he didn't, he didn't go off, he didn't do no cuss words, nothing like that. He was very calm. But like, Shannon Sharp said, you talk about my kids, gonna be some furniture moving. It's a clip where he says, kids are off limits, he would have taken them outside, but like, hey, let's have a conversation. I would too, I just don't think that you ever should go after the kid. You want to go after the parents, perfectly fine. Go after the parents, do what you gotta do, but you don't go after the kid. Just don't touch the kid. And yeah, don't touch the kid. Some people, I can think of some athletes right now, even actors, who probably would have walked up to that radio station, they probably would have smacked him dead in his mouth. Because, people don't play when you come after their children. That's a line you just don't cross. And he crossed that line when he did that. Which now he's suspended, You bite the hand that feeds you, it might turn around and bite you back, and that's basically what it did. So yeah, post below your comments of what you think about that. Like, did Tom Brady, I think he handled it with perfect class. He was very calm. Let's be honest, most other parents probably would have been like, mofo, lost your mind, why don't you come say that to my face? He was very calm. He took it, he didn't try to, meet me outside, come meet me in the parking lot, nothing. He handled it with class. He even said, he doesn't want the guy even fired. That's Tom Brady being a bigger person. He's taking a higher road. I give him credit for that. But I know some athletes, and I'm pretty. I can picture some athletes and some even actors right now that if he would have called their daughter a pissant, they most definitely would have told him, why don't you come meet me out in the parking lot, and why don't you repeat that again? So I applaud Tom Brady for handling that with class, better than most other people, And so then, now we're on our third topic. Alisa Cara won the Grammy for Best New Artist of the Year, and Some fans are not so happy that she won. Now, the truth is correct. Her first album came out in 2015, which means that she should have gotten nominated the year before instead of being nominated now. So they are a little bit late. She got no nomination last year at all. They are a little bit late. Like, her album was in 2015. The first album, was her single title Here was in 2015. That's when she got recognition, was 2015. She didn't get no Grammy nominations in 2017 or 2016. She should have gotten a nomination the year last. She didn't get it. But nonetheless, she got a nomination this year and she won it. Now, you may not agree with that she won, but the fact that they said that she was getting like death threats, I'm like, you know what, as a fan, you got way too much time on your hands when you want to be threatening other people. Like, I understand, like, no one wants to be told that they suck and that their music is not as good as the other artists who were on there. The death threats I thought was just a little bit too far. On Instagram, she said her piece. She responded to all the haters. The fact that you think that maybe she should have not gotten nominated or even won this year, I understand. I get it. I do. I just, the fans who want to, do death threats, you can say, hey, I think, the other people should have won. You should never won. Fine, you can say that. But when you start doing death threats, you're pretty much a loser with a capital L. You have way too much time on your hands, and you need to find something else to do. There's many a times I watched the Grammy in the last 5 years. I'm like, she won or he won. That definitely should have went to so and so. But never, if you ever go back and look at my Instagram or my Twitter or my Facebook, when I say, so and so needs to, die or whatever that is. Y'all taking it way too deep, way too seriously. Now, trust me, I love music. I love, movies. Things like that. There are even movies sometimes that I'm disappointed that should have got a nomination. They didn't get one, and things like that. But I just have way too much stuff on my table to be going on social media and start doing death threats because a particular artist or actor or writer or whatever didn't get the nomination that they should, or they should have won. There's many people who should have won. Trust me. Whatever. But you got too much time on your hands when you want to threaten someone. My last topic. I say this one for last because this one's a little bit longer. Monique wants to boycott Netflix, or she is boycotting Netflix. And don't get me wrong, women do get paid less than guys. Females, we know this. We have been struggling with this for years, where we don't get offered the same thing, where they want to lowball us. Kat Sadler from E! News stepped down December 2017 because she found out that she was getting paid double less than what Jason Kennedy was getting paid. And they both got hired in the same year, which is more of a slap in the face. They got hired at E! News, the network, the same year. They got hired in the same year. They both had the same educational background. They both went to, real good schools, got their bachelor's degrees in communication and journalism. It's not like, she got a GED and they both got the same level of education. They both joined the network at the exact same time. And when her contract was time to be renewed, she found out that Jason Kennedy is making double what she's making. And they're doing the same thing. That is a slap in the face. But as females, we know this. We know that's a ongoing battle that we've been dealing with for years, and years of being paid less. We got the exact same job title. We got the exact same education, the exact same experience, and he's making more than me. What's up with that? Like, I understand if you get paid more than me because you have more experience. That's perfect. That's common sense. If you got 13 years of experience, and I only got 13 months of experience, of course you get paid more than me. But we have the exact same experience, the exact same education, we have the exact same thing, and you get paid more than me. That'll make someone upset. But this is the thing. How Monique is going about it is not helping her cause. You know, when she goes on the radio station and she say things like, you know, I'm the most decorative comedian out there. And then when other people bring it to her attention that, hey, you're not, when John Murray, who is a TV host, online journalist, brings it to her attention that, hey, Whoopi Goldberg is the EGOT, and the EGOT is when you get a Emmy, a Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. Those are the 4 top awards that any artist can get. Those are the top. That's higher than People Choice, the SAG Awards, Teen Choice, MTV Movie Award. That's higher than all of them. You know, so you know, if you can get a Grammy, a Oscar, Tony, you know, those are the top, you know, awards that you can get, which is why they call it the EGOT. And not too many artists have that. And then she goes back and forth with this guy. She said, "Oh, Whoopi Goldberg's not even a comedian." We was like, "What do you mean she's not a comedian? Whoopi Goldberg, that's what she was when she first started out. She was a comedian." And Monique is 50 years old and I'm 35. She's 15 years older than me. And I remember even as a teenager, even as a kid, watching Whoopi Goldberg do stand-up on HBO, things like that. I remember watching her reruns. I remember watching anyone who is a fan of comics know that Whoopi Goldberg first started out as a comedian. That's what she was. Before she did the movies, anything, she started out as a comedian, and Monique is saying Whoopi Goldberg is not even a comedian. So not only is she delusional about fast, when she says she's the most decorative comedian out there, and I think and Monique has awards. Don't get me wrong, Monique is funny. I like Monique, I really do. But in the last 8 years, Monique has probably only done 3 projects. And now you have more producers and directors who are coming forward saying that she is difficult to work with. She is very, she demeans people that she works with. She talks down to people. She mistreats people. She does all these things. Her and her husband. And then her husband goes around saying, and there's a clip on there where she says, hey, y'all need to be giving me $20 million like you give Dave Chappelle and, Chris Rock and Amy Schumer and Kevin Hart. Y'all need to treat me like them. But this is the thing that she doesn't understand. In the last 5 years, even the last 5 years, Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Amy Schumer, I'm probably saying the last name wrong, they are doing sold out arenas. Amy did her last 2 movies. Trainwreck was on a $35 million budget, but the movie grossed $140 million. And she's the head, and she was the headliner now. She was the headliner in the movie, and the movie grossed $140 million. Now she did the second movie, Snatch. The budget was $40 million and only grossed $60.5 million. But Amy was offered the net split future after Trainwreck, which grossed $140 million. See, Netflix is about numbers, money, algorithms. They're trying to see, what you gonna bring us. Are you gonna make us some money, or you gonna, give us some more viewerships? They're trying to figure things out. So even when they offered Dave Chappelle the $20 million deal, his first 2 specials, Netflix claimed that Dave Chappelle 2 special was the most watched show in Netflix history. This is what they said. His first 2 specials was the most watched show in Netflix history. To the point where Netflix decided they wanted to extend their deal with Dave Chappelle and do 4 specials instead of just 3 the first time around. See, Dave Chappelle is bringing in the viewership. He's bringing in the money, which is what they want. Dave Chappelle has also won an Emmy for co-hosting Saturday Night Live last year. He also won a Grammy for Best Comedy Album. So if you're saying that we need to treat you like Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart, you need to be having sold out arenas. You need to be doing movies that gross $140 million. You got, the numbers have got to add up. Your numbers are not adding up. Now, did they lowball you? Maybe they did lowball you. They probably did. They offer her $500,000, and then they went up to $3 million. She said it still wasn't good enough. But this is the thing: if you think that you're worth $10 million or $20 million, what you can do is put on a tour. Let your numbers speak. Do a tour. Go sell out arenas everywhere. And Netflix like, oh wow, we made a mistake when we did that to her last year. We need to go get her now. And then you may get 10 million, 15, 20 million like Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart and all of them. But the last 8 years, you haven't been doing much. So when you go around saying I'm the most decorative comedian out there, you need to be selling me, you need to be giving me 20 million like Dave and Kevin and all of them. But Kevin Hart can back up his numbers. Kevin Hart has sold out arenas. His movies are, grossing a lot of money. His numbers, his numbers can back up what he's saying. So Kevin Hart can go to Netflix right now and probably get 20 million or 15 million deal because he's doing sold out arenas. His movies are grossing very nicely. Monique has only been in 3 movies in the last 8 years. And Almost Christmas was on a 35 million budget and only grossed 40 million. It didn't gross that much. It didn't gross that much. But it doesn't mean that I don't think Monique is funny. I think she's funny. I think that she's very talented, but I think that she allowed her ego to get the best of her. And not only did it get the best of her, it allowed her to be difficult to work with. Because a lot of people come forward saying, hey, Monique is very difficult to work with. It's hard to work with her. They're saying all of this. And when you have so many people saying the same thing about you, then you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, well, maybe it's me and not them. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Way too many people are saying the exact same thing about you. And when you have so many people who are saying the same thing, you're difficult to work with, you're demeaning people, you're mistreating people. And even if you were super talented, there's only so much BS someone's going to take from you. So you can be a comic genius like Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart or Chris Rock, Jerry Seinfeld, any of those comedians out there, and they may deal with some of your BS because you're bringing in all the money, but after a while, they're going to want to stop dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? So she needs to, humble herself. Like Kendrick Lamar said, sit down, humble yourself. She needs to humble herself. Her and her husband, they both need to humble themselves and, get yourself back into the spotlight. Take the $500,000 or take the $3 million. Prove Netflix wrong that you can bring in just as many viewerships as Dave Chappelle can. And then they may, like they did with Dave Chappelle, come back and say, hey, we want to extend our deal with you. And then your $3 million may jump up to $15 million or $20 million. I definitely agree that as a woman, and this is another thing that people don't understand. We have 2 strikes against us. First, we're a woman, and then second, we're black. So we have 2 strikes against us, so we have to work extra hard. So I do agree that they probably, as a females get lowballed, they don't get paid equality. They don't get that. They don't get what they deserve. I do agree with that. But it's how you choose to handle it is the thing that's going to help people want to support you. Even Wanda Sky said that Netflix gave her a really low offer and she chose to go somewhere else. Which is what Monique could have done. Monique said, hey, you want to lowball me, you want to give me a little $500,000 or $2 million or whatever. You know what? Thank you, but no thank you. I'm going to go, I'm going to go prove y'all wrong. I'm going to go do my own thing, and y'all going to regret doing that. And a year later, you'll come knocking on my door talking about, hey, can y'all do something for me? And that's the best way to shut up your haters. When they lowball you, it's like, you know what? That's okay. I'm going to make y'all regret that in a year. I'm going to go start selling out some arenas, and then you'll come banging on my door talking about, hey, you know what? Can we do something with you now? And then you can be able to negotiate a much higher deal because now you have the numbers to back you up. That's all. She has to go about it a different way. I'm not disagreeing with her. Yes, females, pay equality. There are a lot of females who don't get paid what their male co-worker or co-star are getting paid. I definitely agree. I do. Monique is not doing it in the best way. She's getting overly arrogant. She's saying that she's the best comedian in the world. She's the most decorative comedian in the world. She won a few awards, but she hasn't. Like they say, you're not Whoopi. Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg's the EGOT. She got the Emmy, the Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. Those are 4 top awards that any performer can get, and every actor in the community knows that. They know this. So she needs to slow her roll, get her ego in check, and get herself back out there. Like, get yourself back out there, and then as you get yourself back out there and start playing nice with people and start getting more projects under your name, your number would go up. It'll skyrocket. It'll go up. So allow it to skyrocket. Allow it to grow up. To grow up. But you have to take your ego and put it in check. Yes, females do sometimes get the worst offer they can offer. But in this day and age, there are other ways and other venues you can go about making people regret that they did that to you. You just gotta prove them wrong. That's all you have to do. But talking about, everyone needs to boycott, you don't have to boycott Netflix. You comparing yourself to comedians who can back it up with the numbers. They're doing sold out arenas. Amy, $140 million in ticket sales in the movie. She, 140. The movie was on a $35 million budget. She bought $140 million as the headline of the movie. Numbers don't lie. Her numbers are not saying that right now. And instead of acknowledging that, she wants to, make up, just start saying things that are completely just off the wall, which making people not want to work with you. And then you have a long list of people who don't want to work with you. And maybe Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels and Oprah Winfrey, maybe they did blacklist her. We don't know. But you're not making it no better by the way you're behaving either the last 12 months. So even if they did blacklist you, you're not making it no better. You're not making it easier. So you know what I'm saying? So even if if it's some truth Because, you know, let's be honest, actors and actors have been blacklisted before. It's not like something, it's not a fairy tale that we make up. But she's not making it better for her. She's not making it easy for people to still want to work with her because of her behavior. Her behavior is just uncalled for. And so it's not working. You know, it sounds kind of delusional. I'm the most decorative comedian out there. You have other comedians who have won more awards than you, but you're the most decorative comedian out there. And then John Murray, he even dragged Jamie Foxx into it. He's like, hey, Jamie Foxx even won more awards than you. I'm pretty sure Jamie Foxx don't want to be stuck in the middle of this debate, but he even, you know, brought it to her attention that Jamie Foxx even have more awards than she does. You know, but it's like, I don't want to say like don't know your worth. I don't want to say that. But you definitely need to know when I don't want to say when to quit, but you have to know when just to shut up and just shut up. Like, she's just running her mouth, she's just saying anything and everything, and it's not helping her case. You know, you didn't have to take it. Netflix, if you like what Netflix were offering you, didn't want the $500,000, you didn't want the $500,000, you didn't want the $3 million, that's fine. You ain't gotta take it. You didn't have to take it. But now you all on social media, we gotta boycott Netflix, and then other black people, black actors or black actors say something, now you call them house niggas and Uncle Toms. That's not really helping your case, because we're telling you the facts that your numbers are not the same as the comedians that you were naming. Your numbers are the same as Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart. Your numbers are not the same. So you don't get to call people house niggas and Uncle Toms. You know, you don't need to call them that, because they're just telling you your numbers are not matching up to them. But if you want to prove them wrong, then you most definitely can start a world tour and start doing sold out arenas, and you'll be like, oh, you know, now they gonna want to work with you. But going all over social media, calling every, you know, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, Bill Packard, Cheryl Underwood, every black comedian or black director producer out there, y'all ain't nothing but Uncle Tom's and house niggas. Hold up, that's not gonna help your cause either. Attacking everybody you can attack is not gonna help your cause. But if you think that worked, well, keep on doing it. The last 8 years you only have 3 projects. Another 8 years go by, maybe you only get 1 project. Your resume for the last 8 years should tell you that something's not adding up. You know, last 8 years, 3 projects and that's it. That should tell you something. Just saying.